Hi everybody, all my followers, welcome to another video. So this video today is on Ford Transit. I don't even know which year is this. Okay, it's a 2007 and this is the T330. And this van came to me because apparently, this is what I've been told, the van has no power at low revs. It's very sluggish. Once it goes above like 2,500 or something like that, it kind of runs okay. I haven't drove the van, so I can't confirm this, but I think I might going to do that. But when they drop the van here, I've noticed that the spanner light is on, so I might have a look at that first. And the only thing I know they did on this, they replaced the electronic or the electric accelerator pedal. Don't ask me why they did it. Don't know yet if that's what that fault is for. No, we're gonna have a look. I'm gonna scan the car and then we might go for a drive, just to confirm the symptoms and all that stuff. So to scan the car today, I'm not gonna use the Maxi-Sys for the simple reason that I wanna probably try my new toy, my new software. Sorry. Which is, where did I put it? Damn it. Okay, so basically I'm gonna try Ford Scan. I just want to have a go at it, really, see if it works fine. I'm gonna try, I know Ford Scan from when I've installed it. It seems to be able to work with the J2534 VCM2, so we're gonna try that. But I do have one of those ELM cables, but it's not here. I think I'm gonna have to get it, but I might try to connect with the VCM and go from there. Anyway, that is not important. That's not what this video is about. The video is about the car, so let's gonna go for it. Okay guys, first of all, happy to say Ford Scan works absolutely fine with the VCM2, and I've just did a scan, and basically most of my codes in here are for the turbo. So this code is previously set, so the code is not present at this moment in time. That's what it looks like. But yeah, so we have turbocharger boost control, turbocharger boost control, water and fuel is the only code present, turbo solenoid, temperature sensor, and airflow meter. So I think I might go for a drive and see exactly how the car behaves, and then we'll go from there. Okay, just before we do that, I just want to show you that the only fault we have now is on BCM2. I've just did a scan, and we have BCM2 with this brake pedal switch B, signal stuck high, and we have brake fluid level switch. I don't think this would cause the issue. We had on the Airbag Module also a code for the turbo, which is a little bit weird. So yeah, but we had that in there. I don't know if we're going to be able to look at that now. No, I don't. Hang on, maybe in there. No. Does this save the log? No, it doesn't. So anyway, but yeah, it was a code in there related to that, which was a little bit weird. Another thing that I've noticed, don't know if this is normal, is that if I have the ignition on for a certain amount of time, the cluster goes like this. It goes off, the HVAC goes off. I don't know if this is, it might be that is, but it's a little bit weird. Then it flashes, the digital cluster flashes and everything goes off. I can still start the van from this position, as you can see, and I'm left with that light. Cluster goes like that, airbag light comes on, and if I turn it all off now, then I start to, come on. And I start it over again, the lights will go off. Oh no, it came back on again. That's a weird one. Let's gonna see what the Airbag Module says now. So RCM, lost communication with the instrument cluster. So there it is. And we have ACM as well, module ignition, input supply. So there's something else wrong here. I don't think this would be lost communication with the ABS module. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. I don't think this would be related to the issue with the turbo, from the codes for the turbo, but there is a separate issue with this one, although I've not been asked to look at that, so I might not gonna look. Sorry guys, I was trying to delete the codes with the engine on. Okay, so as you can see, all the codes are gone except these two, and no codes will come back if I don't let the cluster to get into that stage. I don't know what's going on really, but not important at the moment. Let's gonna go for a drive, see exactly what the van does, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I just went for a drive, and it was a little bit of a mixture. As I drove off the car, the van, whatever, pulled absolutely fine. Then when I got to the main road, it kind of went into limp mode. It got to about 3,000 RPMs and wouldn't do nothing. Then, so basically it was a little bit erratic. Sometimes I would pull my pedal full and the car would rev all the way. Sometimes it would stop at 3,000 RPMs. Sometimes it would just go sluggish from standstill nearly. It wouldn't just move. It was one time when I pressed the pedal and the car wouldn't do nothing. It would just do nothing. It would just like struggle to move, and then yeah, it was a little bit weird. I was looking at the live data. Just had a quick look. There's a few things here that doesn't really match very good, providing this live data is correct. The demanding airflow meter is about 18 liters per minute. Is only giving me, is only reading 2, so something's not very good in there, or it looks like it's not very good in there. Also, the map PSIs is asking for 3.9. The PSI is reading around 15, which is also a little bit weird. I don't know why he's doing this. And EGR doesn't look too bad. Brake, the brake pedal position, I'm not pressing the pedal, and if I press, that doesn't really change. So that goes with our trouble code. That might be right, but there's a few things here that don't look very good. So yeah, is, you know, I'm not really sure at the moment. The variable vanes for the turbo, it doesn't look too bad. It's on 100%, which should be when idling, or very close to idling. So okay, so we're gonna have to investigate a little bit further. I'm gonna have a look around the engine, see if there's any leaks. There's a little bit of a whistle when I press the pedal here, standstill. There's a little noise that you might can't hear it, but there is a little bit of a whistle that doesn't look from the turbo. So I don't know, let's gonna check properly and see what we find. Okay, so I've checked every single wire from map sensor. Turbo actuator is one of those electronic turbo actuators. So map sensor, turbo actuator, and airflow meter. Everything is okay from the sensor all the way back to the multi-plug on the ECU. I also have my map sensor. I also have a good ground in there. I have a good voltage reference of 5 volts, and on my pressure sensor side, with the engine off, I do have, or ambient pressure, I do have the requested 1.6 volts, which is fine. And I'm interested on the temperature sensor for now. But yeah, I do have everything fine in there. So my airflow meter, at the moment, I'm not really sure yet. I haven't got to there yet, but so far is what I've done, and everything is good. And just to prove, I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so I have my ignition on, and I'm going to put my black probe on my ground, my red one on my 5 volt. So number 4, I think it's number 4. Sure, it's number 4. Yeah, number 4 is my ground. So 3, 2, 1. Number 1 is the map sensor signal, and number 2 is my voltage reference, and number 3 is my intake temperature sensor. I'm not interested on that. So voltage reference, as you can see, 499, and 1.6 on my signal wire, which is absolutely spot on as well, which gives us 14 psi's, as we have seen on a thingy, on a live data. When you convert that, that gives you just below 1 bar, so about 900 millibars, give or take, which is about atmospheric pressure, which is fine. So that means it looks like my sensor is good. Another thing that I've done, I haven't showed you. I could have shown you actually, but I've done a test with with a vacuum pump, and as I apply pressure to the sensor, I can see a smooth voltage raising. I can see that on my multimeter, and I can actually see that on my live data as well. So as I apply voltage, as I apply pressure to my pressure sensor, which I did with that pump, I can see this voltage here just raising smoothly, no problems at all. So it looks absolutely fine. I fixed that. I don't know if you've seen at the back, that was on all the time, so it's okay now, as you can see, spot on. That was just the plate that holds, the bracket that holds the 2 sensors was actually bent back for some reason, so I've just forced it down a little bit. The sensors are fine, so we fixed that problem there. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Okay, so I still have that. I still have this fault here, and we still have, oh, that's because I had it disconnected. So we have this fault here for the turbo supercharger boost sensor A circuit. Oh, sorry, that's all for the map sensor. It's gonna clear that. Let me turn the car on and off. Okay, so yeah, the only fault code we now have is the brake fluid level switch. Not really worried with that. That's why it's triggered the spanner light actually. So but at the moment I really don't know what to check next. I think I'm gonna go for another drive and try to understand a little bit better what is actually going on. I've checked pipe work. There's no leaks. There's no cracks. No nothing really. Everything looks fine to me. The lever for the turbo is moving just fine. The only thing I can think of is some adjustment, maybe, if that's been played with and is not adjusted properly. I didn't even look if it's adjustable. Let me have a look. The lever is not adjustable. Sorry about that, guys. The lever, you might be able to see it. I know you're not. So the turbo lever, which is just in there, steer, is not adjustable. There's a little bit of play on this shaft here, on the actually actuator itself, but as soon as you move this, it tries to adjust straight away. So it's now on this linkage. The play is actually on this shaft here, on the actually actuator lever. Let's gonna go for a drive and see what happens. Okay, great news. I just came for a drive and the van is running absolutely spot on. Now, I know what the problem was. I kind of been wasting my time around the turbo and measuring wires, but you never know. So the problem, because I could replicate the problem every single time. So as you've seen, I'm now using IDS. I've showed you on the last clip. So Ford scan would show me one brake pedal sensor, but there is actually two sensors in there. So when I came into here, I could see that both sensors was actually showing on all the time. So I repaired that problem. As I've explained, it was just the plate that holds the sensors that was somehow it bent up, so the pedal came all the way up, but it was not enough to push the sensors. So I just bent it back down, and they are working. As you can see, there's two sensors in there, number 1 and number 2, and when I press the pedal, every single time they work fine. Now, as I was driving on these back roads, I could replicate the problem. All I had to do was there's some big stretch around here, and all I was doing was just cruising, put my pedal, put the brake down, press the brake until these two came on, and sometime later, I would say about 10 seconds, maybe less than that, sometimes, or how to explain, if I would let with both brake pedals active, with both sensors showing active for a long period of time, the car would just become irresponsive. I would take my throttle down, would let the car to slow down, always pressing the brake pedal, and when I would press the brake pedal down again, the car wouldn't move straight away. It was like it was doing exactly what I was doing in the morning. So, and as soon as I would release the brake pedal, the car would run straight away again. So I could replicate the problem, and I do confirm that that was our issue. Other than that, the car is driving, well, the van is driving absolutely perfect. I've been driving the van for about 20 minutes now. I've been starting and stopping and all sorts of, and it is running absolutely perfect. Nothing to worry about. The spanner light is now off. But I think, let me see if it comes back on again. Yeah, it comes back on again, and then it goes away a little while after you start it. I think this spanner light is to do with that water in the fuel sensor. I don't want to save this. Which we have seen earlier. I think we have seen it earlier. Guys, it's about 28 degrees outside today. Well, and in here. Right, let's gonna see which is that one, water in the fuel sensor, circuit wrench performance. It says there is a issue with the PCM calibration on this vehicle. The issue with the calibration does not affect the normal operation of the vehicle. So I don't know. I think that this is why the light is coming on, because as soon as I start drive, the light goes off. So I can only think that's the problem. I think I could probably try to disable the sensor. I don't know if it's possible, but I could try to disable the sensor. But to be honest with you, I've not been requested to touch that, so that's why we're gonna. That I was only requested to look at this problem, and this problem is done and resolve it. So, guys, I hope you've learned something here. Brake pedal, switch, make sure they are working. I don't know if this is a common issue on these cars, that bracket that holds the sensors just moves up, but we got the problem resolved. The car is driving absolutely perfect now. What else to say? Hope there's some information here. You enjoy it, you like it, you can take it further, and hope you have enjoyed the video. If you still have any questions, any comments, you know, just put them below. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Okay. Before I get people throw stones at me, and I know not a lot of people is going to watch this part of the video, I will leave a link. I will leave some notes on the description, maybe on the video titles, for you guys to watch right until the end. But yes, the light goes off after about 2 minutes of driving. The light goes off. Now there is another fault. There is another fault. There is another fault with the is that? No. Hang on, let me find it and I'll show you. Okay, so this is the code I think is triggering the light. I might be wrong, but it might be this one. Okay, the spanner light. I'm not really sure. There's one for the door, so the door open is always showing there's something wrong with the doors at the rear, and I'm not really worried with that. But yeah, so I believe it might be this one actually. It doesn't really say if it triggers the light or not. With one, some module might require a kit can be tested with warning light wrench. There it is, you see. So there we go. So warning light on. It actually says here wrench, message center, etc. So I believe this is the one that is actually causing the fault, the light to be on, and not the fuel, water in the fuel. So yeah, just to clarify, I thought it would worth to record this bit, and now, yes, this is the end of this video, guys. Once again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.